Though. That's what I'm saying.
But we're gonna start it like this.
What's up, guys?
I'm not doing all that intro shit.
Nah,
You're
you're not doing it?
Nah,
Doing
fuck
it?
all that.
Alright, bet. Say less. Say less. We already getting into it. Pool talk, baby. Episode 1.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright. Okay, this Benji.
Yeah. What's up?
So what you want to talk about today, bro?
Shit, bro. You're not gonna believe what I saw.
What'd you see?
Florida man, bro.
Okay.
Killed 5 people. It's not funny. But he killed 5 people.
Then why would you laughing?
Because of Florida people, they always do crazy shit. Okay? Something in the water. I don't know.
Fluoride.
I don't fuck. More than fluoride, bro. Probably alligator blood or some shit. I don't fucking know.
No, there's still the bath salts from that one dude.
Probably. The flocking. That's what they.
Flocka?
Yeah, that shit. That's what they be on.
I
But
could never.
but he just randomly killed a lady, a news lady, and then the cameraman.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went down the street, broke into some random lady's house, killed the daughter, shot the mom. The mom survives, identifies him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets Spartan kicked by the police. Yeah, bro, you got to see the video.
Like straight up.
Yeah, and then they arrested him.
Hell yeah.
And then they cut the gun out of him, out of his pocket, as they got him handcuffed. I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Shouts
Crazy
out
shit.
to the Florida PD for handling that well. Wait, hey, what color was he?
Full. He was black, bro.
Checks out.
Yeah, wigs. Yeah, crazy. That's what I'm saying. Crazy motherfucker. But that's just crazy, bro. Who decides, bro, to wake up and just be like, you know what? Let's go kill 5
He
random
literally
people.
just woke up and chose violence, dog.
More than violence. He just started killing people. But you know what people are gonna say?
What?
They're gonna say, see, this is why we need guns. We don't need guns. We don't need this. Defund the police. But then what if motherfuckers do that and then you don't have the police?
I mean, because like dudes are always gonna have their like the underground like the gun stuff, you know.
Okay.
So like there's no way to get like rid of all of the guns in America, but with the laws stricter, it's gonna get a lot worse.
But
at least in my opinion.
But you gotta look at it like this, bro. You gotta look at it like this. In some states, right, you go do a murder, you only get 5 to 10 years, 15 years, right?
For a murder?
Yeah. I'm dead serious, bro. I know people right now in Missouri, bro, that did 10 years for a murder. They 10 to 25 for a murder, bro. What are you talking about?
Wait, like what was their charge though? Was it 1st degree murder? Was it 3rd degree murder?
2nd degree murder.
Okay.
10. That's what I'm saying. 10 to 25. 10 years.
10 to life, pretty much, or like 10 to
25.
life sentence. Yeah.
10 to 25, 60% of the time. So he did what?
Shit, I don't know math like that, bro.
About 7 years on good behavior. 8 years, if he's good and everything.
Just like Gypsy Rose.
But what I'm getting at is, bro, or even if he does the full 10, then he gets out. That's 10 years for a body. But that's what I'm saying. Some places, and then look, it's open carry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now this dude just caught a body. Now he lives next to me. And the police aren't going to protect me from, right?
Yeah.
I don't want the police to, but I'm just saying. I have to have a gun because, look, this dude caught a body.
Now there's some weirdo next to me. I don't know if we're going to jump off again. I don't want to be around it. Man, hold on. This shit really warm. My hands are cold. Whew. Hey. Okay, y'all see the fire?
We got a fireplace
Y'all
and a
see
pool. This is pool talk, you feel me?
All right. So
Gypsy Rose, how you feel about that?
I'm tired of her, bro. I don't give a fuck anymore. To be honest, I didn't even know who the fuck she was. They were like, "Oh my god, Gypsy Rose is that?" Like, okay, like I heard the story. Her mom was abusive. She was a bitch. Whatever.
She should have went to jail.
She should still be in there, at least for a little bit longer, or at least when she got out, like she should be getting some kind of psychiatric care. Because I feel like she's talking just a little bit too much about stuff in general.
I feel like
another documentary about the bitch already.
I feel like yes, in jail, but also get her not like one of the phone rooms, but like talk to somebody.
That's what I'm saying. She needs some psychiatric help if she's going to keep doing this.
Well, no. While she was locked up, does that make sense?
Oh, did she?
I don't know. They should have.
Let me look it up. I feel like she definitely should have.
You should have got that, bro.
Because
she went through
it's
a
her
lot of
mom or
trauma.
somebody else has that thing. It's like Munchausen's by proxy or something, isn't it?
Yeah. But she went through a lot of trauma.
Yeah,
so I mean,
she has PTSD and all that shit too.
That was like that girl that was getting raped and then she killed the rapist.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bleep that. Can't say rape on anything.
Yeah, bleep that, but yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know, but
okay. We're demonetized already. We don't even
Fuck
have money
it.
already.
Fuck it. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
You don't have to get the sponsors for this.
It's fine, bro. This is a free space, bro. You can say whatever. This is freedom of speech. Why do I have to say what I can't say? Nah, bro. Real shit. No, real shit. Like, I should be able to say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
And I should be
100%.
comfortable to say whatever I want to say.
In my space.
And I'm not
space.
and I'm not saying I'm gonna go do that. I'm just telling a story of what happened to somebody.
Yeah.
And that's not okay for anybody to get, you know. But I'm
No.
saying I should feel comfortable to say whatever. If
Whatever
it's
you
not-
please.
Correct.
As long as it's not like hurting anybody,
Correct.
like directly.
Correct. And it's context on how you
And
use it.
okay, so you're saying as long as your intent is to hurt them, then
Yeah. Like if I walk up to you and I'd be like, oh, bam, because of the color of your skin. That's a freedom of speech, yes, but that's a hateful speech. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's
it's still discriminatory. It's
Correct.
still rude.
correct.
Just
or,
in the public
or,
conscience as a whole.
or if I say,
A-hole.
or if I say, oh, I'm gonna go blow this up, or if I'm gonna go do this, or if that's a threat. So
Terrorism?
That's what I'm
Terrorism?
saying.
That's
But
crazy.
that's what I'm getting at. There's different sections of it.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you use it, bro. That's what I'm saying, the context. But I should be able to sit on a platform or sit at my whatever and tell a
And
story.
talk my shit.
No, and tell a story on
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened. Yeah, and not be able canceled. I don't even care. Who you gonna cancel? You can't cancel
You
me,
can't
bro.
cancel somebody that's not put on yet.
No, it doesn't even matter.
In
if I'm,
general.
it doesn't matter. You can't cancel me. Can't cancel me.
To me, I think the term canceled is fucking dumb.
I cancel
How
myself.
do you cancel somebody? Just because you say, no, I don't like them, does not mean they're canceled. The Epstein list came out, and everybody's like, yeah, they're going to
speaking
get
of
what
that,
they
okay,
deserve.
so-
and I'm, hold on. And it's like, yeah, okay, like they're, fucking, like, finally they're going to, like, get their, like, their get back or whatever, their fucking,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. And nothing's going to happen to them. A list is not enough. Like there's more shit that needs to be added to this, and everybody's like fucking congratulating this shit when there's nothing there yet.
No,
It's all just a bunch of shit that's typed out.
You know, if they had a list, bro, why aren't those people arrested? My question is, if they already have a list, why aren't those people already in jail?
I'm telling you why.
No. If they've already seen those lists, right, the DA, all them, they've already seen that. They've already seen it. Why aren't those people already in jail?
Because according to law,
Okay.
there is not enough.
That's
Like
not-
that's only. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
From what I've seen.
Okay.
But okay, okay, but don't quote me on this because this is off of TikTok and comments that I've seen on places.
Mm-hmm.
But they look pretty smart. You can't. It's not like probable cause enough or whatever you want to call it. There's not enough like
But that's not true.
hard evidence.
That's not true. And what I'll say about that is because if you arrest Maxwell, right, Liz Lane, whatever her name is, if you arrest Maxwell,
I thought she's in jail.
But what I'm saying is, if you arrested her and prosecuted her, right, that means that at some point there was a process of a ring, right, that she transpired to do this to these people, correct?
Yeah.
So that means that there's a list of interactions with different people, correct?
Yeah.
That people have done this, and she did business deals with these people, correct?
Yeah.
So that already implements those people in that case. They already should be indicted or whatever.
Damn, we keep on hitting this thing.
But they should already be indicted
Yeah.
already.
100%.
So if they've already seen that list, there's a ranch.
They got money, bro.
No,
That's the
listen,
whole reason.
there's a ranch in New Mexico where they take little brown kids. That's what they said.
Little brown kids.
Wallahi, bro, that's what they said. I swear. That's what they said.
That's wild.
I didn't say it. They said it. I didn't say it. I'm quoting what they said. So don't say I said it.
Don't
People-
quote him on that.
Yeah, people gonna be like, oh, the white boy said it. Nah, I didn't say it. The other guy said it.
This is the most unwhite white man I've ever met. Only second to what's that fool?
Oh,
BLP Kosher. Have you seen that man?
no, yeah,
The
but
wicks go crazy.
But honestly, why I think all that shit's not out, because they're a part of it. Like the biggest human trafficking group in America, right, was by the CIA, called the Finders Group and Build-A-Bear Group.
Build-A-Bear?
Build-A-Bear.
Like the company
Yeah.
Build-A-Bear?
Yeah, it's called Build-A-Bear and Finders Group. They were a CIA sex ring.
Okay.
Got busted up by FBI agents, good FBI agents, good CIA agents, good people that's in law enforcement. Broke it up, got tips off and broke it up. But There was a senator, I forget for what state, but he was eating his dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow just dies in the middle of his lake in his canoe. So you're telling me a grown man gets up from dinner, food all prepared and everything,
Mm-hmm.
just dies because he knew about it. He was told about it and was going to prosecute, like send it up higher, and then he ends up dead. A senator, I forget his name.
Hold on. Okay. Senator that what?
He's like 70 years old.
Dies.
He died in his lake in a canoe. Gets up from dinner. A senator, yeah.
In Lake. Former Senator Carl Levin, Michigan's longest senator.
Yeah.
Dead. Is that it? Hold on. Fuck. Move. Okay.
But so the CIA is part of it. So now, look, I'm about to get deep with it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the CIA is part of it, right? So did you know what the biggest point of human trafficking is? Do you know how many, out of all the countries, do you know how many kids come into what country more? Do you know who children buys children more than anybody?
America?
America. But do you know where they come from?
Wait, don't tell me. I know a lot come from like. I think it was Korea.
Nah, bro, they come from Mexico.
Mexico?
Yes, they come through there, but they're.
Oh, I
they're-
thought you meant like.
No, I'm saying
oh.
like where they're transported through. All of them come from Latin America, bro. It's no like. It's the truth. You know that's what point of entry is. Yeah, facts. But nah, bro, that's what I'm saying. So if they're part of that, they're part of with the cartels. That's why they don't deem the cartels terrorists, because they're all part of it, bro. Did you know human trafficking is $1 trillion industry? It's worth more than drugs. Because you can sell it. This is what they said. They said you can sell a drug one time, right? You get one use out of it, but you can sell a kid 5 times. That's how piece of shit these people are. And that's what I'm saying. Nobody talks about this stuff.
Don't get me wrong. It's terrible, but I get what they mean.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
No, I get what they mean, but it's fucked up. That's what I'm saying. Piece of shits, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Politicians, all these people are part of it. Like, I don't want to name no names because I don't want to go missing. But if we're gonna start out, let's start out with it. You know what I mean? If we're gonna start out the podcast, let's get into it.
Wait. I don't think you should do that. You're trying to go and do the fucking.
I'm gonna say it there too. I'm gonna call
That's
them out.
crazy.
I'm gonna run for House of Representatives, bro. I'm gonna try. Or if that doesn't work, then when I turn 35, I'm gonna run for president, bro. Be the first independent president, and I'm gonna unite the people, bro. Because we need somebody in there, bro, that's really like cares about people, bro. Why don't you ever see the president?
Why is he always hidden and like
Yeah.
he's gone?
Yeah. Why?
We'll talk-
Why don't?
Well, I mean, like now it's because he's an old fuck.
It doesn't matter, bro. When have you seen a president, any president, walk around and just, well, you know, what's up, Circle K or this, that, like.
Circle K is crazy.
No, it doesn't matter.
I get what you mean, but you have to think too.
It doesn't matter,
No,
bro.
hold on.
He's got Secret Service. He can go anywhere he wants at any point in time. He just doesn't choose to because he doesn't care.
Yeah, he has a Secret Service, but just because he has a Secret Service there, I don't think they would still think it's a good idea. I don't know.
Well, did you know the Secret Service is higher than the president, right? Did you know there's like 7 branches of government?
I thought there was 3.
That's what.
Judicial.
Yeah. No, that's
Representative. And,
but then there's like the president, Secret Service, this, that. Yeah. There's other shit higher.
they're higher than the president.
Well, because there's people that tell the president what to do. There's
Oh
guys
shit!
in
Your
suits.
phone died. Or is it?
But there's people in suits that come and be like, yo, this is what you're gonna do. Well, if you think about it, they all go to the same bank. Well, think about a war. They all go to the same bank. It's called the World Bank. They all go to the same bank to go get the money from.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? They come in.
So is that so? Wait.
You see how deep I'm getting? Now you see
so
what I'm
America's
saying?
taking out loans at the World Bank, and that's why we're like 13 trillion in debt or whatever, or 15 trillion in debt, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but
That's
we make
crazy.
enough money. Our economy's big enough to where we can stay afloat, but you know we still owe debt.
You know what's crazy to me?
We're rich, poor man.
No, not even that. Like, if you really think about it,
Yeah.
the government is living the way that we are. These motherfuckers are terrified that they're about to get evicted. They owe the fucking
And they're
the
look,
landlord.
and they feel like
so
just
much.
like we do, bro. Low key,
So
they're
why the fuck are they keep So why do they keep fucking us up if they had the
because
same
because
spot?
no because I'm gonna be real with you, bro. From like what I've seen, bro. I've seen them sell us out, and why they're doing it is because they've been told to. I don't know why. Like, okay, for example, they don't want us to own cars, gas cars. That's why they want electric cars. They don't want you to own houses. That's why they build so many apartments.
Wait,
Look,
why do they want you to own gas? I mean, yeah, like
Electric.
petroleum cars.
well, think about it. I can turn off the electric car. If you don't pay rent, they could come back to the Tesla factory. Did you know that?
Yeah, they could drive themselves back.
Yeah, so, okay, think about that. You can't do that to my gas car. You got to come pick that bitch up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, my point.
That gets rid of the towers people too.
Exactly, but they want to control every aspect of
Yeah.
your life, like Uber and Lyft. That's why Uber has never made a profit, because what they want is they want autonomous cars, where the cars will drive themselves and they're just making all the money for rides. They don't have to pay a driver.
I don't think everybody's gonna go into that. Personally,
You're not gonna have no
I would.
choice. You're not gonna have a choice.
Fuck that, I'll walk.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm getting at is you're not gonna have a choice.
No,
What I
yeah.
mean by that is that's
If
what
someone doesn't have a
but
car,
that's what
then
I'm
they have
talking
no
about.
choice.
That's what I'm talking about when you're saying, when I was talking about how they're all those people are connected, bro. This is all, that's all them. That's all what they're doing. Those people that I was talking about, they're all the same people. That's why it's in so many countries. That's why so and so's doing this. That's why it's so, you know. No, it's true, bro. That's why certain things don't get talked about.
We're fucked, bro.
I mean, bro, look, it is what it is,
fucked,
bro. Nah, people don't talk about it, bro. Yeah, I should be able to go on any platform and talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Oh, I know that. I just mean as a whole, like America, we're fucked.
Oh no, yeah, no, I don't think so.
I do,
I don't. Why do you say that?
bro. Just look around. Just look at everything that's going on. There's so much bullshit. There's so much like. All right, so like the prices are getting higher, like, and I guess the minimum wage like just went up at the beginning of the year. All that means is that prices are gonna get higher, which means that people are gonna have to try to either like work like 2 or more jobs, which is hard because there's no way to get other jobs. People, okay, but the homeless rate just keeps on rising and rising and rising, and it sucks. And what's fucked up is like someone becomes homeless because like let's say they couldn't pay the rent, or like a family member died like when COVID happened. All that shit, right? Okay, so now they're homeless, which means what? They have nowhere to go, they have no car, they have no money, they have nothing, so they're on the street. And okay, there's homeless people and there's like the drug addicts on the street. The two intertwine most of the time. Like I've never met, like I think I met like 1 or 2 people like that are outside talking about some, oh no bro, I don't do drugs, I'm just out here because something happened. And if they did say that, they just got out there a little bit later, they're more fucked. But like what I'm trying to get at is like the way it's going, like the homeless rate is just gonna keep getting worse and worse.
But who put the drugs out there? Who allows fentanyl to come in?
The government.
So see what I'm saying? It's one big thing, bro.
Yeah, bro, we're fucked.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
The rich aren't.
I don't even think it's that, bro. Okay, this is what I think is gonna happen. One of 2
Okay.
things. Right, 1 or 2 things.
Praying for a government collapse.
No.
That's what I am though.
Okay. This is what I think.
Okay, go
We'll
ahead.
get to that.
Go
Hold on.
ahead.
What I think is 1 or 2 things, right? I think either we're gonna accept
Our reality.
the reality, right? We're just gonna accept it. We're like autonomous things, and you know, we're trapped in our own.
The singularity.
No, we're trapped in our own creations because the things that we create.
Yeah, the singularity.
Yeah,
like when the technology becomes smarter than
Not
the
even
man, or
smart.
just becomes more conscious.
Well,
or-
because think about it, like people, like when
Like,
you
once they
order,
can think for
what I'm
themselves,
getting at is
perhaps.
like when you go to McDonald's, right? They don't even want to have you talk to them, right?
you just go to the machine, the kiosk.
Okay, so that person's irrelevant now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need them no more. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what? So I just think people are gonna accept the reality, or they're just gonna be homeless, like you said. That's what I was talking about.
But if everything becomes autonomous,
Okay.
the only jobs that are going to be available
Correct.
are what? Technician jobs.
Correct.
Everything like that. And it's either they. Okay,
So
but you have to
they'll-
think about
so-
America right now.
so-
how many motherfuckers do you think are really gonna be like,
Well,
I should do something about this? Because like everybody is so slumped out and just tired of this shit that like America's morale as a whole is completely fucked. Nobody wants to do anything.
okay. And-
Everybody wants to be on TikTok. And everybody
True.
just wants to get famous.
True. And then the second part, like why I think what's gonna happen is is certain people are gonna get into positions of power.
Yeah.
Things are gonna start getting revealed. There's gonna be not a revolution,
An awakening, if you will.
not even an awakening, because I don't even like that.
I hate the spiritual awakening. They really ran with that.
well,
Like, they ran it into the wall.
Well, yeah, they destroyed it. Does that make sense?
Thanks, astrology, bitches.
I just think it's more a government. People wake up. Does that make sense? The people fight back for once. The people are like, no, bro, you can't do that. The
So,
people are
like we enact that one thing in the Constitution where it says that if the government becomes corrupt, like we can overthrow them.
yes, but we also go back to the first line of the Constitution.
I think no. I think
Wait, what's the first line?
we the people. It should always be about the people. But listen, fuck the Constitution. We need, bro. How old is that fucking thing?
Okay.
Like 200 years old. Like it needs to be revised. Like adding these amendments that doesn't change what it's standard on.
No, amendments are revising.
Yeah, but think about it. They can still use the other shit too. No, like we need a complete
Why
away.
why I think it's good, right? This is my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Why I think it's good in a sense, and I'm not saying 100% good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying why I think it's somewhat good. You know.
All right.
Okay. And what I think they were trying to do, I think they were trying to give us. They didn't know about technology. You gotta realize that they didn't know about TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. They didn't know about that. They didn't know that was gonna happen and stuff like that. And guns was gonna become. Okay, that's what I think.
I'll hold my thought until you finish. Go ahead.
Okay, but I think that they were trying to, in a sense, give us a premise to where we can have freedom and liberties, and that the government could never be more powerful than the people. And the people
couldn't be more powerful than the
government.
A
Correct.
Complete democracy.
In a sense, it's a republic. Because we're not a democracy. It says, United States, we do the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's a democratic republic.
For which we stand.
It's a democratic republic. That's what kind of.
Yeah.
Like North Korea.
We're a republic, but we're not a democracy. We're a republic. A republic.
They always claim. Okay, that's the thing. See, it makes no sense. Which one are we? Because does it only depend on who the fuck's the president? But the president don't mean shit anyway.
We're a democratic republic. I mean, we're a republic. Like we're a not democratic. We're a democracy too. Like
a Republican democracy. Is that a better way to describe it?
I don't know. Like we have those kinds of views, but we're a republic.
It's more conservative.
Correct. That's what I think.
A Republican democracy.
Correct. That's what I think.
Yes.
The founding fathers was basing it off. That's what my opinion. That they were basing it off of where people could have free liberty, right? Whatever religion, whatever if you wanted to pray a rock, bro, you could. That's what I believe that they thought. Yeah. Okay, and you should not get chastised because of that. But also have morals. If somebody kills somebody, they should go to jail. But I also think that that they wrote into where the states could be free, but also
have to abide by some bigger laws.
They can't take away the people's rights of freedom, liberty.
But religion. At that time, who were they writing that for? They weren't writing it for people like me. They weren't writing it for mixed people. They weren't writing it for somebody. Okay, because you have to think. The black man was able to vote before the woman was, right? But why, weren't they all able to vote to begin with? Why was it only specifically white males that were the ones that controlled everything? As you can see, it's still going that way. That's why it all needs to change.
Correct.
This country was built on hate, funded by hate, and we're still living in it today.
Okay.
That's my whole issue with America, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, well, move, bitch." How?
I don't think, in a sense. Okay, I think some of it was on hate, but then some of it was on true. Because if you notice, the people that left, they just wanted religious freedom. The true people that left wanted religious freedom from England. I'm talking about, the people that came here for religious purposes.
Then
those people.
Yeah, but aren't those also the same ones that started to gather slaves and all that bullshit too?
No, do you know how slaves became to America? Do you even know how all that? Okay, so
personally,
hold on one quick. When people talk about slavery, right? This is what they forget: that there was they don't even know the number, right? There was approximately 2 million to 5 million slaves that were brought from Africa to America, right? Roughly. We'll just say roughly. That's what they think.
Yeah.
Do you know how many died on the voyage? Do you know how many died just in the care of the people? So really think about how many were there to work. If you have 2 million, they said about 300,000 died.
Well,
500,000 died.
But they all reproduced. They had the ones that were considered the bucks, so they can get more of them. They wanted to build the strongest and the biggest ones to hold the fucking plow.
But I don't think all of them were like that, bro. I don't think all.
Not everybody was, but the only ones that were able to have slaves were the ones that had the money for it.
Not even that. Not even that. I believe that because, like I told you who my family was, right, and who I'm connected to, and this, that, right. So and my family was from the north, like we were from the north originally. We didn't believe that.
How much battery do you have?
I don't know. We didn't believe that somebody's because of the color of skin should be a slave, or that they were free in the north. They were free. They had every rights everybody else had in the north.
I get that, yeah.
So it's just the Southern. That's what I'm saying. And those same Southerners were the ones that founded Harvard and Yale and all the Ivy League schools. That's why they're very liberal and racist and democratic. Because they took the opioid money, the drug money, and funded these schools, 13 Ivy League schools. That's why they have like certain student unions that are only for this, that. Like, you ever went to college, bro?
No, I was going to, but no.
Okay, so when you go to college, right, there's all these student unions for every race, besides white. Did you know that? There's like a black student union, there's a Cesar Chavez thing, there's Hispanic this, there's this, that, but then you get to the white people, oh, there's just like business. That's it. There's no like a white like student union or group.
I mean, I get why.
No, I'm just saying. Like, if you want equality, it should be equality across the board, regardless. Doesn't matter if somebody's whatever. It should be equality across the board.
In the social hierarchy, the white ones already have the privilege above them just by going in general. You have to remember that. Like, no matter what, there's always going to be that stigma. If something doesn't change, there's always going to be that,
But see, it's
like I'm worth more, or
see,
like somebody's going to see that this person is worth more than that person just because of something that should be.
And it's not. I don't think it's
unlearned.
I don't think it's majority of white people.
It's not.
A lot of white people are poor.
Yeah, I'm not saying
no. I'm not saying you are, but what I'm saying is those people that have the money. If you notice, what are they? I'm gonna just call it brother Jews. A lot of them. No, real shit. No, a lot of them got bread. They're Jews.
No, yeah, Jews are breaded up.
No, and look who runs these corporations.
Shalom.
No, and look who runs these corporations, and look who's running Hollywood, and look who's running this and this, that. And those people have the money, and those are the people that are act a certain way.
Yeah.
And represent all the hierarchy. I'm not saying all. It's just the Jews. The majority of them are Jews.
I think there's just hate across the board.
Nah, bro. If you
for no reason, everybody just does.
It's not no reason. If you own 80% of the companies, right? Your companies are 80% controlled by Jews, right? They're CEOs. So that means that you run everything. So that means that your policies and your ideologies come from you. Mm-hmm. So it's all on you. So if your company's racist, that's
on you.
If your company doesn't like this, that's on you. So that reflects you, bro, because you're the CEO. If you don't want something, bro, you don't. It doesn't happen.
Exactly.
I don't care. People, I got.
That's exactly how the other countries see America. That's how they're looking at us. Because the dude that represents us kind of makes us look like fools.
Yeah.
A good majority of the time, they've been making us look like fools. Everybody thinks Americans are fucking retarded.